314 is live from Miami, Florida on pay-per-view. What's up, guys? It's an MMA. Like I said, guys, I know I always say I'm going to come back. Guys, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. You know, the schedule's tough. I think I have to stick to making only prediction videos and some videos here and there in between. But, but come on. You guys think I'm going to miss a Volkanovski card? That's not going to happen. So, Chase Hooper versus Jim Miller. I'm going Chase Hooper by a second round submission, early second round. I think Jim Miller's gonna land some shots on the feet. He's gonna be on some 1-1-2, some 1-2s, some crafty vet 1-2s. But I think Chase Hooper, man. Chase Hooper strong, man. Look at him, man. He's not skinny. He's not the child. He's not a little boy like we used to know him. He's big, and he's strong. And Jim Miller's strong too, man. Jim Miller has that dad strength. But Chase Hooper, dude. Chase Hooper's a freaking marauder. Like, Chase Hooper, he's going to push forward, and he's going to go guns blazing. And I think Chase Hooper's going to freaking maraud his way to victory. And I think when they get to the ground, Jim Miller has good submissions, good grappling. But I think Chase Hooper, man, when you're on the ground, I truly believe this guy is like a top 30 grappler in the whole UFC. Chase Hooper is a freaking problem on the ground. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen. This dude is a problem on the ground, and this guy gets like the better striking. Like, he has pretty solid striking. He has power now. But if he can learn on the get some boxing and some more kickboxing, maybe get some Muay Thai in there, some clinch striking. This guy can be a freaking problem, and he already is with his grappling. It could be a nightmare. So I'm picking Chase Hooper by a second round submission. I think I can go with like maybe a triangle. I want to say an armbar or a triangle by Chase Hooper. This guy's a freaking nightmare on the ground. Okay, it's nice. I'm going with Yan Jiaonan. I'm going Raul Rosas Jr. by submission in the third round. Trust. Because Yan Jiaonan has nothing on the rack. Now we got Danny versus Shamush. First of all, Danny looks freaking trash with that mustache, and bro, it looks like he's freaking 65. How old is he? He's like 30. He's like 33. I don't know. But let me tell you some shit. Danny Gay is going to win this fight by decision. I do genuinely believe. I think Sean Woodson. Wait. What's the odds on this fight? Okay, you know what? I can see why. But I think Sean Woodson. Actually, screw it. I'm going Danny Ige by second round TKO. First round TKO. I feel like Sean Woodson is kind of chinny. Look at his build. Look at his frame and his build, bro. That's the build of a chinny guy. And I'm telling you, bro, Sean Woodson is not gonna chin Dan Ige, man. Dan Ige is freaking it's possible to knock him out. Well, if Sean Woodson knocks out Dan Ige, that'd be super impressive. Like, very impressive. Dan Ige, man, he's always a tough fight. He was a tough fight for Diego Lopez, tough fight for Lerone Murphy. He gave Malzahar a pretty good run for his money. Bryce Mitchell, a tough fight. Like, Dan Ige was a tough fight. He's not an easy out. Anywhere on the ground or on the feet, he's not easy to beat. He's tough, has a granite chin, good defense, pretty good boxing, very good power too. And I think, man, that Sean Woodson, he's very good at keeping range. He's super tall, bro. This guy's 6'2", bro. This guy looks like an alien, bro. We all know this guy has no wife. But like I said, 6'2", 7-inch reach advantage. I don't know why the weight shows that he's at 161. But look, he has a crazy height advantage. Wait, how much is that? That's like, he has like a 6 or 7 inch height advantage. 7-inch height advantage. Way more leg reach. Bro, he has an advantage everywhere. He's on a winning streak. Sean Woodson, man, he's very good, but I feel like Danny is going to be able to get in range and then an overhand and rock. Sean Woodson and then Iggy's gonna get on him. And Sean Woodson is not Lerone Murphy, where he has extremely good defense in the pocket and he can kind of get away, and he has the wrestling option, like a really good wrestling option. I do feel like Sean Woodson will be pretty good on the ground, but we never know because it's like impossible to take this guy down. Can I click on him? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he has a very good take on defense. I feel like he's never been taken out, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm going with Dan Higgy by KO, though. I know I was lazy in this dude. All right. Nikita Krylov versus Dominic Reyes. I'm going with Nikita Krylov by a second round TKO. I can totally see Dominic Reyes winning. Do I want Dominic Reyes to win? Yeah, I do. I do want Dom to win. Let me tell you something though. Nikita Krylov, he's super entertaining, bro. I feel like Nikita Krylov is a true dark horse because people say, man, Khalil Roundtree, Khalil Roundtree. No, bro, no. Nikita Krylov is like Yuri Prohaska. He's goofy. He has a lot of power. Well, no, not like Yuri Prohaska power, but he does have good power, and he can definitely knock out Reyes. Even though I don't think Reyes is as chinny because he definitely has recovered and he's on a winning streak and he's active. So that's gonna help his confidence and his chin. Because hasn't been chinned in a while, and yeah, he took a big break. The King of Krylov, man, I do think he's wild. He's underrated. He has a good ground game. So if Dominic Reyes wants to initiate grappling, then I think Nikita Krylov can neutralize that. He has very good submissions, grappling. I think he's pretty well rounded, to be honest. Now he also has a reach advantage, but basically nothing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they're basically the same frame. Reyes has a 1 inch. Yeah, okay, that's not gonna do anything, to be honest. I think Krylov is going to catch him with the right hand. Maybe even a head kick, man. Krylov is a wild man and he has some good kicks. Bro, Krylov, people don't really give this guy credit, bro. He's a very entertaining fighter. He's on a winning streak. So is Reyes, but Krylov is on 3-5 winning streak. Like, bro, give this guy credit, man. Give Krylov his credit. I'm picking it by TKO. And honestly, I can see Reyes TKOing Krylov too. Or winning by decision. This doesn't go to decision, but I think Krylov is a very good fighter. And no, he's not repping Ukraine, he's repping Russia. I don't know about that one, buddy. But yeah. Now this is my main event, baby. This is my main event. No. Actually, I'm not. Like, this is actually a fight that I'm super hyped up for. So, I'm going with Bryce Mitchell. Now, I can't lie, bro. On the feet, on the striking, it's scary. Because Gene Silva, he's super fast. And he has a lot of power. But, bro, people talk about Bryce Mitchell being chinny. Bro, he's not chinny. Like, bro, oh my gosh. I know he got knocked out cold. It looked really bad. But that was Josh Emmett, bro. That was Josh Emmett fully winding up and over. And we all know Josh Emmett, when he fully winds up those overhands, they're freaking deadly. Like, Josh Emmett powers up, swings all, bro, like freaking hand down all the way, puts all his might into it, all the torque. And he just landed it clean on Bryce Mitchell. Clean. Bryce didn't even see it coming, which is worse. And yeah, I know he got out cold. But bro, Bryce Mitchell can take shots. Bryce Mitchell's not a bad striker himself. But Gene Silva is definitely the fastest guy he's gonna face. And Bryce Mitchell, I know what you're saying. He's like a pretty good striker. He does get cracked though on the feet sometimes. Like, honestly, like I'm bringing up Taporia, and Taporia was constantly landing, and I know it's Taporia, but that was Taporia swinging for the bleachers, bro. Like, and Emmett didn't really land anything, besides the knockout. I think Mitchell faced Barbosa, but I didn't really watch the fight. I should watch it, to be honest. But Mitchell does get hit on the feet against Kron Gracie. He was getting hit sometimes on the feet. But I think he's very tough, and I think this is the most focused he's ever been, ever. He has the power of Christ with him. And I know Gene Silva has Lord on his tattoo. But why are you calling yourself the Lord? Like, Gene Lord Silva, bro, you're not the Lord. Jesus Christ is the Lord. Amen, brother. Gene Silva has Lord on his chest. Bryce Mitchell is the good guy. No, we know Gene Silva's entertaining. If Gene Silva wins, it's better for the division. Man, I want Bryce Mitchell. I want Bryce Mitchell to win and prove everybody wrong. Because, like, bro, oh man, I know Gene Silva is so fast and powerful on the feet. Like, I'm so scared he's gonna land a nasty shot on Bryce and put him down. But I trust in Bryce to be smart and just immediately show a takedown. And I don't think Gene Silva is no. First of all, Gene Silva is not as good as a grappler as Bryce Mitchell. And I know people were saying. Now let me defend Gene Silva. I'm gonna defend him real quick. People were saying, dude, he got taken down by Charles Jourdain because he was pulling guillotines, bro. He was pulling guillotines and he still got right back up. He's not getting dominated on the ground. He got taken down, and yeah, he got straight back up. He's super athletic, super explosive. If he gets taken down, he's gonna explode back up, or he's gonna get to a better position. But man, Charles Jourdain is not Bryce Mitchell. But Gene Silva's not gonna pull guillotines. Well, I mean, I don't know that, but I don't know it to a certainty. But he's not. I don't think he's gonna pull guillotines. If he does, then Bryce Mitchell's gonna take him down, and he's gonna freaking put him in a twister, brother. And a crucifix, brother. Crucifix. Let's go, brother. No, but actually though. But I think I low-key think Bryce Mitchell is gonna hold his own on the feet. It's gonna get scary. I can see Bryce Mitchell getting dropped to like a flash knockdown, like he gets dropped to a knee by like a jab or something, or like a crisp right hand that kind of lands on the temple a little bit, or like behind the ear. And Bryce Mitchell kind of goes down a little bit, but he gets right back up. It should just take down and gets it. Or at least clinches and holds it up. Bryce Mitchell's good. And you know what I think? I think we're gonna see a Bryce Mitchell third round rear naked choke. I'm saying it. I think Gene Silva's gonna win the first round. I think he's gonna stuff the takedowns early. I think he's gonna land some shots on Bryce Mitchell. And I don't even think Gene Silva has a cardio problem because he went to war with Drew Dober and he still was rocking him in the third round. So, but here's the thing, bro. Drew Dober is nothing compared to Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell's gonna grapple you and tire you out. And Mitchell has good cardio. I trust in that. I know he does. And I feel like there's no way Gene Silva's gonna be able to. If Gene Silva's going heavy grappling, I don't think, bro, he's not gonna be able to keep that power and the speed. And once he loses that speed and the power, or like a big part of it, bro, I'm freaking turning off the TV, and I'm just gonna wait for Bryce Mitchell to win, bro. Because if this Gene Silva loses his power or his speed, bro, Bryce Mitchell's gonna freaking win because we all know Bryce Mitchell's gonna take him down and land some elbows, some ground and pound, and choke him out, baby. Bryce Mitchell is the freaking man. But like I said, if Gene Silva wins, it's good for the division, okay? I'll be honest, it's good for the division. It is good for the division because, Gene Silva, he likes to make things hype even though all he does is freaking bark. Bro, okay. Okay, it's fun though, it's fun. But yeah, all he does, realistically, all he does is bark. But, he does make fights entertaining. He has a very entertaining fight style. When you're fighting, you think, oh my gosh, this man is crazy. You're going to get a crazy knockout. He's super fun to watch on the feet. But here's the thing. Gene Silva, he likes to play mind game throwing away. Because he always tries to high five you or, just start emoting. And, the opponents usually tag along. Gene Silva usually likes to put, a high five for you. And, the opponent usually, goes along with it, high fives, the opponent smiles, and Gene Silva smiles, and he's like, yeah, let's go, guys, let's go, yeah. That happened to, what's his name? Bagdasarian, I'm pretty sure that's his name. Bagdasarian. When Gene Silva faced Bagdasarian, Gene Silva went for the high five. It was they were slapping each other or something. And Gene Silva high fived him, and then they were Bagdasarian smiled and yeah, let's go, man, let's go. In my opinion, Gene Silva does that. And that just takes away your focus. I swear, that just takes away your focus. That takes away your focus. Gene Silva does that, takes away your focus, and then boom, less than 10 seconds later, knocks him down with a 1-2. A clean right hand though. And I can see that, bro. That was fast as heck. He has nasty power, I can't lie. And he's super fast. Super explosive. So I'm gonna be worried for Bryce Mitchell 100%. But I feel like Bryce Mitchell can get him down and hold him there and make it a little boring. You know, can make it a little boring. But I think like he's gonna be landing some ground and pound, and at the end maybe like an elbow in there to cut Gene Silva or something. And then Gene Silva, man, Gene Silva's gonna feel his arms getting heavy, and he's going, oh man. But you know, he's not gonna gas out. He's still gonna have the chance to finish Bryce Mitchell in the second round. But I just think Bryce Mitchell's gonna. Oh, okay, my bad. But I just think Bryce Mitchell's gonna freaking. Bryce Mitchell's gonna be there. And. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I feel like Bryce Mitchell's gonna be there, and Bryce Mitchell's gonna be, you know, he's gonna play it safe. He's gonna have I feel like he should fight with like a tight, not tight, but chin down, pretty high guard. He's gonna go dive for the legs. If Gene Silva stuffs it, whatever, just get back up, tying up that guard, put them shoulders up. You gotta take some shots. Try to take it on the forehead, on the shoulders, on the guard, the gloves. Gene Silva's also gonna be kicking his legs. And then I think Bryce Mitchell, can land some good shots because he has pretty good defense. That's some shots too. Another takedown. I feel like he's gonna get the first takedown stuffed. The crowd's gonna go, woo, let's go. Gene Silva. He's gonna get taken down the second time. Gonna get held there. I think he might get up at the end of the first round. Second round. Gene Silva's a little more cautious because he knows the threat of the takedown, and Bryce Mitchell's gonna start opening up more with his strikes. Some head kicks, body kicks, some regular little jabs. Gene Silva's gonna catch him. Coming in sometimes like it's gonna catch him, but not enough power to rock Bryce Mitchell. Not enough power, but he's enlightened by Christ, baby. Let's freaking go, amen. And Bryce Mitchell's gonna take him down, and this round. It's not gonna be a stalemate. It's gonna be freaking dropping elbows, ground and pound, baby, ground and pound. Dominate, almost 10-8. Third round, first seconds, another takedown, gets it, and this time, elbows. Gene Silva tries to get up. Bryce Mitchell gets on the back and chokes him out, brother. Get the demons out of him, brother. Get the demons out of him, and chokes him out. Bryce Mitchell, third round submission. That's what I believe. He's a huge underdog too. I wouldn't bet on this fight though. All these fights I wouldn't bet on. Like this fight is super close. This fight's very close. This fight's it's either KO or dominant. Oh, not dominant. Actually, you can see. I guess Gene Silva can also win a decision, but I would lean more over the distance with Bryce Mitchell. Yeah, all these fights are close. Yeah, but I'm going Bryce. Okay. Yair Rodriguez. Pitbull. So, okay, why we're literally 2 days away from the fight and there's no odds. That's fine though. So I'm going Pitbull, man. Going Pitbull. Actually, no, screw it. Dude, bro, I'm so happy I made the video after the press conference. That press conference, it was pretty slow at the beginning, but then, Yair Rodriguez was. I do understand. I understand Spanish. But I was with my family watching it on the TV, and I couldn't really hear too much what they were saying. But I think what I heard a little bit. Yair Rodriguez was saying talking about his friend or something, or his training partner or whatever, that used to train with Diego Lopez, and he got bullied or picked on by Diego Lopez team, and I think Diego Lopez said something about that teammate of Yair Rodriguez got jumped by him and his team because he made a threat to a woman on his team. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, and man, watch out, man. Yair Rodriguez is lucky he did not bring up Alexa Grasso. Because, I feel like Diego Lopez is definitely hitting that. And yeah, I feel like if Yair Rodriguez would have brought up Grasso, Diego Lopez is gonna point at him and say, "Hey, ¿qué hice tú? ¿Qué hice?" Yair Rodriguez is gonna say, Grasso fea. Que se la mierda, Grasso. and then freaking Diego Lopez is gonna freaking run at him, throw his little cowboy hat and freaking jump at him and freaking try to knock him out. Yeah, like I mean, I was gonna pick Pitbull. Pitbull can definitely win, but I need water. Oh my gosh, my throat dries up so fast. Yeah, thank you, bro. I need Okay, so look, I was gonna pick Pitbull by knockout because I can definitely see that. Because these guys from Bellator come over, like MVP, Chandler. There's probably some other guys, but like the two big guys that came over from Bellator. They come over from Bellator and they have crazy performances. Like Chandler gets a knockout against Dan Hooker in like the first round, and MVP just destroys Kevin Holland, and also has a very close fight with Ian Gary, and does beat Sherbola Magomedov. So these guys are on Bellator, and Pitbull's a champion. So Pitbull, I know he's kind of slower, but he still has the big meat. He has the big meat hooks. Pitbull has the grappling, the wrestling. I think Pitbull's gonna. I think Pitbull can knock him out. But after what I saw today at the press conference, I think Gary Rodriguez is gonna really come out there and KO Patricio Pitbull with a head kick. Not the head kick, with a knee to the head. A flying knee. And that's gonna be beautiful because I know Movsar Evloev. I know Movsar Evloev. But if Lopez wins and Yair Rodriguez gets a crazy knockout, I'm just saying book Movsar Evloev versus Aaron Pico, bro, or book him against Arnold Allen. No, never mind. They already fought. Bro, book him against Volk. No, but Volk's probably gonna retire if he loses. Who can you book him against? Movsar Evloev versus the winner of Bryce Mitchell and G Silva. Yeah, you do that. Or Aaron Pico. Just by this point, just do Aaron Pico. So, Yair Rodriguez is gonna get that crazy KO, and if Lopez wins, you book that match for UFC 320. But that's perfect. They have Mexican beef. That's gonna be crazy. I mean, I don't know where the arena is gonna be, but that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be insane. Crazy fight, crazy beef, bro. I did not know it was that deep. But I swear, like I did not know, bro. I never seen Lopez mad. I never saw Diego Lopez mad. And now this guy just pulls up out of nowhere. And I forgot the word that they said. I forgot what he said. But I think it means coward or something, or coward or scared or something like that. I forgot what it was. But I'm going with Yair Rodriguez. I think Yair Rodriguez has very fast kicks. I think, bro, it looks like he's been locked in. I think he's been training with Bilal Muhammad. So I think his cardio is not gonna be a problem. Because we know he's been putting in that work. I think he's gonna show a great take on defense. And I think on the feet, he's gonna light up Patricio Pitbull, which is a way shorter guy. So I feel like the knees are gonna be way easier to land, and the head kicks are gonna be way easier to land. And Rodriguez has a 4-inch reach advantage, and obviously the leg reach. So I feel like Rodriguez is gonna be their head kick. No, actually a body kick, slam body kick, and his kicks are super fast. He's a very dangerous striker. People don't give credit for Yair Rodriguez. But he lost to Prime Volkanovski. Prime Volkanovski with a freaking perfect game plan, and then he lost to Brian Ortega. And let's not forget, he was dominating Brian Ortega. Dropped him twice. First minute, drop him. Dropped Ortega twice. But then bro, what's the shame of what's the shame? What's the shame of being submitted by Ortega? What's the shame in that? Ortega's the best grappler in the division, like the best pure submission artist in featherweight. Oh man, this dude lost to Volkanovski. Got submitted by Ortega, man. Bro, what the frick? Like Volkanovski almost got submitted by Ortega. Like what? It's just that Rodriguez has a neck. That's the thing. Volkanovski has a neck. And yeah, I mean, and I could definitely see Pitbull catching him with a shot, but I think Rodriguez will be too fast on the feet, keep that distance, and slam kicks, slam body kicks, question mark kicks, freaking jumping kicks, jumping switch kicks, spinning back kicks, spinning heel kicks, axe kicks, bro. All these kicks, and Rodriguez has fast kicks with power. This dude can spam kicks for days. Bro, he was giving Volkanovski problems, bro. He was outstriking Volkanovski on the feet. Not crazy, but he was. He was giving Volkanovski problems. And like I said, I can see Pitbull, landing a nasty big old right hand or big old left hand. I trust in Rodriguez. I trust in Yair Rodriguez, especially after the press conference. He's gonna be hope. He's gonna be praying. He's gonna be trying his best to win, to get that Diego Lopez match. If Lopez wins the title, Rodriguez just got himself a free title shot, and that's gonna fuel him up. So I'm going with Yair Rodriguez. Moving on to this beautiful co-main event. Paddy Pimblett's posture is terrible. What the frick? Like, this guy's like kind of. Oh, bro, he's ripped. He's ripped, of course, but he's kind of slouched over. Like, he's a little slouched over, dude. Why I say Pimblett weighs 170, bro? This guy weighs like 200. All right, my bad. So, Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. This is a very, very good fight. 5-round co-main event. If this fight goes the distance, goes 4th, 5th round, I'm going with Chandler. Chandler's been there outside of the UFC. He's been there with Charles Oliveira in his last fight. Chandler, you can't predict any of his fights, bro. Because, you can say in the Charles Oliveira rematch, obviously it was probably the right thing to pick Charles Oliveira, but Oliveira. And Michael Chandler was coming off like a huge layoff. I'm sorry, bro. His punches didn't look like they were that powerful. He did not rock Oliveira. I get it. He landed a good shot. Paddy Pimblett has a diamond chin. Has a granite chin. This dude got hit with clean shots by freaking anybody. Back then, Pimblett was getting cracked. Not so much anymore. But back then, he was getting cracked with some huge shots on the chin. This guy was not getting rocked at all. This guy just took it and just freaking, it was neutral. Just like, okay, lad, whatever. Bro, Chandler, I know Chandler can knock him out. Chandler does have that explosive power. But we haven't seen him knock anybody out. Except Dan Hooker, and the Tony Ferguson was a front kick. That was like the only front kick Michael Chandler has ever used in his whole career, bro. Hey, bro, Chandler does not have front kicks in his game. Chandler does not have front kicks in his game, bro. He does not. He does not have front kicks in his game, and obviously he's not gonna front kick Paddy Pimblett. Well, imagine if he does. All right, but being serious, I am gonna pick Chandler though. Man, I don't know. I'm picking Paddy Pimblett. Man, I don't know. Bro, this is one of those fights that I'm going with this, but I can see this. Bro, this is one of those fights that you just don't know. You can go with one guy, but then you'll be like, oh my gosh, but this guy can do that. Screw it. Oh man. Bro, whenever I'm making a UFC video, my nose gets stuffy. I'm going with Paddy Pimblett by a 2nd round TKO. Late second, early third round TKO. With a shot. Just a clean shot. Clean right hand. Now, I do think Chandler's going to win the 1st round. Many people are saying that, and I do agree with that. He's going to be landing some shots on Paddy, going to be cracking him. Going to be cracking Paddy. Paddy's going to be cracking him back. But I think Chandler's going to get the better moments. He's going to be slamming Paddy. Going to land some crazy slams. Landing some nice body kicks, some nice leg kicks. Actually, not really leg kicks, but nice body kicks. And, cracking Paddy with some nice overhands, some shots. I think 2nd round, though, Paddy's going to be finding more of his kicks, more of his punches. And I think Chandler's going to go for a big old wild punch. And you can say submission. I just think Chandler's going to miss badly on a shot. And Paddy's going to counter him. Or I just see Paddy, stepping through. Chandler throws a shot. Paddy's out the way and lands his own shot. I can see Chandler like bouncing around a little bit, being in front of Patty, throws a right hand. Pim is out the way. He slips out, and lands like left hook on Chandler's jaw, on his chin, and knocks him down, rocks him. And I'm telling you that if it can be a TKO or submission with Patty is not going to let Chandler off the hook. He's going to chase him, and when he has you hurt, he's going to do like a flying knee or a submission, and I think it's gonna be a flying knee, which hits Chandler and drops him. Patty finishes him off with a ground and pound or not, just gets on his back and chokes him out. Second or third round. But this can obviously go wrong, and this can just be a Chandler first round big meaty hook on Patty's chin, cracks him, knocks him down, and finishes off with a ground and pound TKO. It's one of those fights, or it can also just be Chandler being patient and Patty just not being able to do anything, and Chandler just wants a decision or like a late round TKO. But I think Patty is rangy. I think he's rangy enough. I think Patty Pimblett's rangy enough to keep his distance. I think Patty's gonna be able to keep his distance. Land some regular. Patty has good leg kicks. Land some good leg kicks. People say his chin's gonna be up in the air. No, it's not. I've seen Patty sparring footage as of lately for this training camp. His chin's down. Or at least his chin is way more down than how it usually is. Patty Pimblett is not gonna fight with his chin up in the air, bro. He's not that guy anymore. He's gonna fight with his chin down, hands up high, because he knows that Chandler's gonna try to crack him and finish him early. So he's gonna try to get the shots to land on the shoulders, on the guard. There's no doubt Chandler is going to get inside the pocket and get inside the range of Patty and get some shots off. But that's why I think Patty's gonna have that chin down, hands up, shoulders up high, protect yourself. But here's the thing: Patty's gonna be smashing calf kicks, smashing leg kicks. He has good leg kicks. Maybe a little head kick here and there, like a head kick can rock Chandler. Some jabs. Patty has pretty good jabs. Some hooks, some 1-2s from Patty. Chandler's gonna look what I was gonna say. Patty's gonna be able to keep the distance with the leg kicks and the body kicks and the jabs. And over time, that's gonna wear on Michael Chandler. And that leg, we saw Oliveira kind of make Chandler's leg die. Like Chandler in the 5th round, like I think Oliveira landed like a stomp to the knee, or like an oblique kick or something. Like, yeah, it was like a stomp to the knee. And Chandler like froze up for a second. He was like, "Oh!" Like you can see his face. It was like, "Oh man, that hurt." I think it was like in the 5th round, like the beginning of the 5th round. I think Patty's gonna try to do that. Leg kick the freak out of Chandler, and keep his range. He's not gonna be there in the pocket, bro. He's not gonna be like Dan Hooker, fighting with his chin not down but not super up. Dan Hooker didn't fight Chandler with his chin high, but we fought him with like his chin like not too low either. It was higher than lower. His chin was higher than low. And I think Patty's gonna fight with his chin down. I'm telling you, please Patty, but we're gonna see him come into that fight. You're gonna see him come into that first round, chin down, hands up high. Not the same Patty, man. Not the same Patty. And Patty's big. Patty's strong. Chandler's very strong too, to be honest. Chandler's very, very strong and athletic and explosive. But Patty, man, leg kicks and landing them leg kicks. Keeping the distance, the jabs. And bro, he's not Dan Hooker. He's not gonna be like Dan Hooker in that fight. That's just always doing is the same old lateral movement, circling around the octagon with his hands by his freaking stomach. By his hands by his freaking waist. Like, what are you doing? But when Chandler was rushing in, bro, freaking Dan Hooker was just backing up with his hands down. And bro, of course, Chandler's gonna crack you. Like this was like exploding in with a freaking nasty. I think it was like an overhand, right? Or like a right hand or overhand. Boom. And bro, I don't think Patty's gonna see it, bro. I don't think Patty's gonna freaking do that. Patty's gonna have his chin down, I feel like, or put the hands up. And like I've said many times, smash leg kicks, and take away some of that explosiveness from Chandler and some of that power early. Once Paddy takes away that power, now Paddy can just cruise and get his takedowns or try to get his clinch striking going on. And but here's the thing: we don't know how good we don't know how his cardio is. We know Paddy went like against Tony Ferguson. Tony was having success in the third round. Paddy looked tired. Let's not forget, guys. Paddy Pimblett went for a finish in the first round, a crazy finish. He rocked Tony, went for a flying knee, then went for a lot of ground and pound and tried to get on the back. Crazy scrambles from Paddy Pimblett, crazy scrambles against Tony Ferguson. And the flying knees and crazy ground and pound. He's definitely more patient now. More rangy, more technical leg kick. Keep this leg kick, distance, chin down. Make sure you get that chin down. Leg kick, jab. Okay. Chandler comes in, raise my shoulders, keep that chin down. Boom, got hit the shot off the forehead or on the guard, but the impact went I felt the impact, so let's watch out. Another shot by Chandler, okay, but not hurting me. Jab, leg kick, takedown. Chandler's gonna slam him. Chandler's gonna win the first round, but then second round, Paddy's gonna be like, okay, the first round where Chandler's gonna be most dangerous, and I'm still good. Leg kicks, knee stomps, oblique kicks, takedown, and he's gonna get it this time. And dominate Chandler. Chandler is gonna get back up, and then Chandler throws a shot. Paddy slips it, throws the opposite hand, boom, cracks him, and flying knees him up against the cage, knee, or just jumps on his back and submits him. After Chandler's gonna be rocked. That's what I think. Paddy Pimblett submission. I mean, actually, it could be Paddy Pimblett finish in the second or third round. And if I have to pick one, it's TKO. Late second round, early round 3. Alexander Volkan. Oh man, I'm so happy they changed his photo. I'm so happy they changed his photo, and I don't have to deal with that disgusting photo of Volkanovski, bro. Volkanovski's old photo, bro. Volkanovski's photo that they've been using for like a year now is a photo of him for the Islam Makhachev short notice fight where he looks like a freaking baby, looks like a little kid that wet his pants, belly all jiggly, man boobs. No, not this Volkanovski. I see this. I see the defined abs, the six pack. The chest is defined, the arms, the legs, and he looks locked in. Finally, a new Volkanovski photo, man. Now I don't feel ashamed. He looks locked in. Lopez also, bro. Lopez looks great. He looks in phenomenal shape too. Like, these guys are definitely healthy. These guys definitely train hard. Whew. Guys, Volkanovski is my favorite fighter. He's the icon on my profile picture. But in my dreams, I cannot. In my thoughts and my dreams, bro, I cannot hear Volkanovski. Let's go, baby. I know. We here now. I'm here now. I'm still the man. Ilya, come back and fight me. I'm ready, Ilya. And then as he was saying, 'cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Bro, I don't see it. That'd be the best, though. That'd be the best. A feel-good moment for the UFC. Dude. That's what we need, bro. But what I see more in my head is Volkanovski's gonna be looking good in the first round. Gonna be, with a nice guard. But he keeps his chin up in the air, and I feel like it might be a little late to fix that. If he does, that'd be amazing. I wonder how Lopez is gonna come out. But Volkanovski's focused on Lopez. But Lopez, Lopez has been very focused on Volkanovski. But after what happened to Yair Rodriguez and him in the press conference, let's see. But I just see Lopez calf kicks, head kicks, body kicks. More patient. He's not gonna go for a finish in the first minute. every shot Lopez throws, I'm gonna be freaking ooh, yo, like that. I'll be wincing at every single shot that comes at Volkanovski's way, from Lopez. So I think Volkanovski's gonna be like moving well, looking pretty fast, jabs, some nice jabs to the body, jabs to the head, leg kick, like some little calf kicks. I'm telling you, Volkanovski does these lead body kicks. I mean, I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't do it. Lead body kicks, lead head kicks. Well, he's not gonna do a head kick. He's not gonna do a head kick on Lopez. Lead leg kicks though. Leans all the way back, chin up in the air. His hands aren't even high up. And I feel like Lopez has, there's so much tape on Volkanovski, man. And we've already seen him get knocked out twice. So there's ways now to beat him. There's actual tape in the UFC of how to beat a modern prime Volkanovski. So shown by Islam Ataport. And I think Lopez is gonna catch him on one of those lead low kicks. And gonna crack him with a mean right hand. He's not gonna go out cold. It's gonna, I can see it being like the Adesanya TKO when Adesanya lost against Imavov. Adesanya gets cracked with the right hand, and then he's like on the cage, but he's still winning. He's still winning. He's trying to get back up, but he sinks down. This one's gonna be a little more brutal. I don't think as soon as the fight's over, Volkanovski's gonna pop right back up, and he's gonna be like, "Why you stop the fight? I'm still here." No. Actually, Volkanovski might do that, but you're gonna tell he was hurt, like badly hurt. So I think Lopez is gonna crack him on one of those lead leg kicks by Volkanovski, and he's leaning back with the chin up in the air. Lopez gonna be patient, with his super high and tight guard. Bice, da. How Lopez does with his freaking face. That's freaking. He's like, what's the term for it? Like, he's like smudging his face, and he has like that angry, trying hard expression, and he freaking cracks him with the right. Cracks Volkanovski with the right hand. I think Volkanovski will go down, but he's not gonna go all cold. Like, he's gonna drop, and he's gonna try to get back up. Like, he's gonna try to get back up against the fence. He's gonna try to get back up, and Lopez is gonna be. Lopez is gonna be hitting with the shovel hooks, the shovel uppercuts, like the hooks, bam, bam. Volkanovski's gonna sink. Volkanovski's gonna be covering up, just being there down, covering up. And I think the referee's gonna be. I don't know who the referee is, to be honest. I'm gonna just imagine it's Mark Goddard. Get up, defend yourself. And Volkanovski try his hardest using all the heart he has, try to get back up. But Lopez is gonna be raining on him with freaking ground and pound and nasty power hooks. Volkanovski's gonna kind of go out for a second. Hands are gonna go down for a second. As soon as Volkanovski stops covering up, Goddard, Herb, whoever's in the octagon, is gonna step in, and Diego Lopez is gonna win the title by first round KO. But am I super sure? Yes, I'm super sure, bro. Man, I want Volk to win so badly. And when this fight first got announced, in the first 2 days, I was like, Volk's gonna win. Volk's gonna win. Like, Diego Lopez is not Topuria. Diego Lopez is not the level of Topuria. He's like Volkanovski's gonna win. Volkanovski's gonna win. After the hype went down a little bit, we were like, after Dana White, a few days after the news from Dana White was always after Dana White announced those fights, we're going crazy. We're like, oh my gosh, there's so much things going on right now, and we're like, Volkanovski, oh my god, Volkanovski boat, Volkanovski title run, a title reign back, and I was like that too, but then I was like, Diego Lopez. Frank, I had to wake up for a second. I was like, yo, Diego Lopez is kind of is him sometimes, and I know sometimes I don't think I've done it on video, but sometimes I do kind of hate on Diego Lopez's style. I love Diego Lopez. I love him. I think he'd be a great champion, active, super entertaining. He's a cool guy outside the octagon. I talked to him yesterday. He's like, I love you so much, and I'm like, yes, Love you too, kid. But yeah, man. I mean, they would both be great champions. I do think the division would be more interesting with Volk, with Diego Lopez, because every matchup is fresh. Like we haven't seen this guy face Arnold Allen, or if they have lawyer rematch would be really would be very interesting and yeah, very interesting. You have what other have what do we have for what? Am I crazy? Yair Rodriguez. When he KOs Patricio Pitbull, we got that UFC 320 fight. And I know Lopez said he wanted to come back like 3 months after or something like that. It was Volker. I think it was both of them who said that. Just know, guys, whoever wins this fight, we're gonna have a very active champion. Man, I love Volk. Volk is my favorite fighter, dude. I love Lopez too, but I really love Volk, man. I mean, it's gonna be very sad to see him go out. I'm sorry. But Lopez, bro, I just think this guy. He has too much power in the first round. He's so fast in the first round. Now let's see. No, let's talk about Volkanovski and how he can win. I think Volkanovski is gonna look a little slower. Not like it's not gonna be like It's not gonna be like, what do I say? It's not gonna be like prime Tony Ferguson, and then you compare him to like Tony Ferguson when he fought like Michael Chiesa. It's not gonna be that. Of course not. It's gonna be a slight speed difference, like slightly slow. Like Volk 100% speed. It's gonna be 90% this time. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be faster than Diego in terms of footwork. I think it's gonna be winning. I think it's gonna be like kind of dominating the fight. Leg kick, jab, 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 jab. And then Lopez gonna throw some shots. Like Volkanovski barely gets out the way. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's what's gonna happen. And I do believe. But what the frick, man? Volkanovski. I think Volkanovski. Yeah, I think if he can he's gonna be dominating the fight. And then gets cracked, I think. But I can also see the way Lopez wins is they enter a clinch exchange. Like maybe Volkanovski goes for a takedown, maybe Lopez can stuff in the first round. Or get back up. And then while they're in the clinch, I know Volkanovski has a good clinch game. He's very strong. Lopez is very strong too. Volkanovski is very strong though. And he's a very good grappler. But I just feel like Lopez is going to be able to grab him. And while Volkanovski is exiting, come over with an uppercut or hook. An uppercut in the clinch. And then when Volk is exiting, a hook. In the first round, when Lopez is still extremely, extremely fast. And what I want to say is, Lopez showed in the Ortega fight, his cardio is not that bad. Like, yeah, I know. But you have to look at it. In the first round, he went for a finish. Like, in the first round, bro, what the frick, man? Am I getting caught or what? Like, what the frick? Alright, guys, never mind. Bro, I thought it was getting cold. Bro, this is CTA. Alright, look. Lopez is going to... I feel like Lopez is going to use those clinch exchanges, and when Volkanovski's coming in, try to trail in some uppercut. Volkanovski loses the clinch, throw a hook right after that. Now, while Volkanovski can win the fight, is like I said, leg kicks. No, not the lead leg kicks, okay? Not the lead leg. I don't want to see any lead. What the frick am I saying? Dude, I don't want to see any lead leg kicks. I don't want to see any lead body kick. No, there's no lead kicks unless we get into the fourth round where Lopez is gonna be tired. I can guarantee you Lopez is gonna hurt Volkanovski. It doesn't matter if Volkanovski dominates Lopez or just wins 49-46. I do think Lopez is gonna win the first round regardless. And bro, Volkanovski is going to lose the first round. I do think he gets caught with a big shot. Maybe I don't know if he gets rocked. If he wins the fight, I don't know if he gets rocked. But I do think he's going to get hit with a big shot. I say Volkanovski does get rocked in the fight. Doesn't matter. If he wins, I do think he gets rocked in the fight. In the first round, I think he gets caught by a big shot or a head kick. Wow, drink water. What the frick? I think Volkanovski gets caught with a big shot by Lopez. And I feel like Volkanovski going to go kind of... Remember when Islam Makhachev Islam Makhachev hit Volkanovski with that shot in the first fight and it made Volkanovski wobble back. It was like in the second or third round. It was like a right hand counter, or no, it was like a left hand counter, but left hand counter by Islam. I feel like Volkanovski's going to gonna have like that type of reaction where he kind of like off balances, like wobbling back a little bit, and then he gets his control back, balance back, and he's like, okay, whatever. That type of moment. That's gonna happen. I feel like no way he can avoid that. So I think Volkanovski, that's gonna happen. And but Volkanovski, I think he has to really come in this fight with a high guard, chin down. No lead leg kicks. Throw regular leg kicks with your opposite leg. Leg kicks, throw regular leg kicks, hands up high. I don't want to see Volkanovski with a Philly shell defense, Philly shell with the chin up in the air. No. If you get backed up, chin up, shoulders high up, and you're circling out of there, or you're shooting a panic takedown, bro. Well, not panic takedown. You're shooting a takedown, like that, or just run away. Freaking just run away. Okay, but seriously, Volkanovski has to come in with a patient approach. Wrestling. You can wrestle. Lopez is a great grappler. He has a lot of submissions off his back. He's very good off his back. Volkanovski can't take him down. And it's extremely hard to put Volkanovski in submissions. You cannot armbar him. This has extremely short arms. I don't think you can rear naked choke him. Because he has like no neck. Obviously it's possible. I'm just joking. It's possible, but it's very hard to do. Triangle, it's possible. Guillotine. But Volkanovski's not gonna be. I think when he shoots a takedown, it's not gonna be like a panic takedown. I think it's gonna be a setup takedown. And not only that, the Volkanovski was stacked with grapplers. Was it? Not Paul. Craig Jones. I think, right? Is that his name? Craig Jones. Right? Yeah, I think it's Craig Jones. Craig Jones, one of the best grapplers in the world, if not the best grappler. Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling is one of the best grapplers in the UFC, and one of the best back takers. And what's his name again? I've already forgot it. Dude, I freaking forgot what it was. Not Gordon Ryan. Not Gordon Ryan. Ryan Gordon. What the frick? Yeah, Paul. Okay, I actually got this. Gordon. But what? Paul Craig. No, not Paul Craig. Paul. No, it's not Paul. It's Craig Jones. Okay. Yeah, so Volk has Craig Jones, and now Joe just training grappling and submission defense. And I think Volkanovski is going to be able to do I think Lucas Tracy said, hover maxing, staying right there to avoid submissions and just letting it ground and pound. Avoid the submissions. There's gonna be some worry. I think he's gonna get caught in a submission early on. He's gonna escape it. And Lopez is gonna start feeling those arms get heavy a little bit. Like, he's not gonna be gassed out, but he's gonna be like, those arms are gonna be heavy. They're gonna be like, oh man. It's getting a little worrying. And Volkanovski's gonna be like, move, let's go, brother. Let's go. I'm ready. And the second round, Volkanovski is gonna win the second round, I think. Maybe Lopez can. Lopez can win the second round too. But I think Volkanovski's gonna win the second round. It's gonna be close. Lopez is still gonna land some good shots, get some good moments. Volkanovski is gonna pick up the volume. He's gonna land more volume against Lopez, more jabs. So now he's gonna start implementing the right hand, the left hand, the lead hook. Actually, not yet. But he's gonna start putting some more boxing combinations there. And some more leg kicks, jabs, takedown. Third round, Lopez is more tired, less power, not as fast. Volkanovski with crazy cardio, still gonna be there, fresh, like nothing happened. And now we know if freaking Volkanovski can start throwing lead kicks. Just keep that guard up, please, and don't keep that chin up high in the air. You can start throwing lead kicks, but like I said, not like I said, but in the third round when Volkanovski's is definitely Lopez is definitely more tired, not as fast, and Volkanovski can easily get a shot off and get out the way. And Lopez is more predictable. Volkanovski's gonna be able to be there. And he's gonna do his little. I think it's like a right hand lead hook combination. I think right, or like a lead hook right hand something like that. That's what I think. And he's gonna start cracking Lopez. And like I said, if we get to the fourth round, I can see Volkanovski dropping Lopez. I know Volkanovski doesn't have that much power. Lopez is very durable. But once you're tired and the other guy's just hitting with some clean shots, the right shot is going to drop you. I think Volkanovski is going to land that combination. I think Lopez is going to throw like a hook, but it's not going to be as fast as like a first round Diego Lopez hook. It's going to be kind of like a little more predictable. I think Volkanovski is going to duck under it. Mean overhand or mean hook. And rock Diego Lopez or stumble him back. But I say neither of those. I think it's going to drop him. Not badly drop him, but I think it's going to drop him. And Volkanovski's going to get on top and land some ground and pound. That's the way Volkanovski's going to win. And I can see that. But man. I still don't see that though. But that's the way he wins. And Volkanovski is a favorite. Volkanovski is the better fighter. Volkanovski is a better wrestler. He's a better striker. He's a faster guy. He's a more experienced guy. He's the tougher, not about tough. The smarter fighter. Better footwork fighter. He gets hit less. Apparently, according to the stats, Volkanovski has gotten knocked out twice. But, Diego Lopez has not faced Islam Makhachev. And he's not faced Topuria. Yeah, I think Volkanovski's going to be able to... man. The thing that sucks is one of these guys have to lose. One of these guys have to lose. Especially Volkanovski loses. He's going to get finished, bro. Lopez is not going to beat Volkanovski by decision. Maybe like Lopez just gets a lot, really rocks Volkanovski a lot in the first and second round, and maybe can drop him or rock him again in the third or the fifth. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Lopez just levels up his cardio, and really, Lopez winning by decision would be more impressive than knocking out Volkanovski. Volkanovski has been knocked out in his last two fights. Doing it again for a third time, even though Volkanovski is well, I'll be honest, bro. Out of all the Volkanovski knockout losses, Islam, Topuria, and Lopez. Well, Lopez the fight hasn't even happened yet. So let's say Lopez knocks him out. The most impressive one would be Lopez. The Lopez knockout would be the most impressive one. Volkanovski is not coming off a very fast, quick turnaround, because when Islam knocked him out, 10 days short notice. I know it's in the first round. Okay, it's not as big of a deal. It's not as big of a deal. But it was still first round knockout. Okay, I get it. But Volkanovski was not prepared. He had no game plan for him. He had no training camp. He was just there drinking, and he had a surgery on his arm, and he was fat as heck. He was fatter than me. He was very fat. And Islam Makhachev was shredded to the gills. Shredded. And like I said, he already fought Volkanovski. He already knows the game plan. And honestly, you can say the same thing. Volkanovski fought Islam. He can also have a game plan, and he already had that experience with the fifth round 5-on-5 with Islam. But bro, I just think Volkanovski, man, you can't really. That's man, I don't know what to say. I just want to say, bro, Volkanovski. Man, it was a 10-day short notice fight, bro. Against and it was Islam. With a good head kick. But it's 10 days short notice, bro. Volkanovski was fat, bro. And he was drinking beers and alcohol and had arm surgery. Come on. Topuria knockout. It was impressive the way Topuria did. Topuria set him up with a beautiful combination. Beautiful. Not taking any away from Islam or Topuria. But Topuria literally fought Volkanovski cutting down from 155 3 months after getting knocked out brutally by a head kick by Islam Makhachev. Do you really think Volkanovski's going to fight the same way as he always does? No. He's going to be scared to pull the trigger. You can say, oh man, I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to bounce back. There's no show notice. I'm here. Bro, when you're in the octagon and you know you've been knocked out recently, it kind of changes you a little bit because you're like, I can get knocked out. I can get knocked out. And then it makes you more cautious. It makes you more hesitant. You know, like Volkanovski's probably thinking, bro, I want to hit him with a right hand left hook. But he can't do it because he fears he's going to get countered and get knocked out. And look what happened. He paid the price. He was scared, got backed up, and got hit with a perfect shot. Credit to Topuria. Great shot by Topuria. Set him up. But I'm just saying it does play a part. And yeah, Lopez is not a pillow punch, bro. I'm sorry. I think Movsarevloev might be better than Diego Lopez. Might be better. But man, if it was Volkanovski versus Movsarevloev, bro, I'm picking Volkanovski 50-42, bro. Easy win, bro. I'm not even worried for Volk. If Loev is not gonna submit him and not gonna knock him out, and certainly, almost nobody on this planet can beat Volkanovski by decision unless your name is Islam Makhachev, the pound for pound #1 fighter. That and way bigger than Volk. That's the way you can beat him. But man, Lopez is death. Bro, Lopez is just perfect, bro. Lopez has way too much power in the first round and speed. And I can trust Volkanovski and his camp to make the changes and the adjustments. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Lopez is he's on such a streak and he has so much fire and he's been active. And he's kind of smart. Kind of actually, I don't really know, but he kind of swings big in the first round. Lopez can also come up with a patient approach, but that's kind of like the Michael Chandler approach. Like we all know Michael Chandler lost every single round against Charles Oliveira. It's the 5th round because he was meant to fight explosive, crazy fast. That's Chandler. That's Lopez. Lopez cannot fight patient. I mean, actually, no, he could because Lopez can actually time his shots and not just swing big hooks. Like I said, I mean, I'll stand by it. Lopez is going to knock out Volkanovski. When Volkanovski goes for a lead kick, his chin's going to be a little too high. Hands are going to be a little too low. And Lopez cracks him with an extremely fast right hand. Down the middle. Volk gets rocked. It's backed up against the cage. When he drops. Tries to get back up. But he's too wobbly. He's too hurt. Lopez runs after him like a maniac. It storms him. Lands some shovel hooks. Volkanovski sinks down. He gets put out for a second. And he's out of it. He's not exactly out cold, but he's going to be out of it. He's going to be extremely rocked on the ground. And yeah, I just believe that. And hopefully. I also want I kind of want Diego Lopez to win a little bit. But I also want Yair Rodriguez to win both of them. If Lopez knocks out Volkanovski in the first round, or submits him, but KO in the first round, and obviously, that's gonna make Lopez a huge star, and he's already like he's a pretty big star. That's gonna make him a huge star, not only in the USA, of course, in Mexico and Brazil, huge star, because he reps Mexico, and I think Mexican people might like that. If your name's not Yair Rodriguez, and you're not gonna be salty about it. And he reps Brazil and he reps Mexico. And his English is getting better. So, bro, it's going to be a huge star. It's going to be one of the biggest stars in the sport. Especially if he knocks out Volkanovski in Miami. And Yair Rodriguez knocks out Pitbull. And you have yourself a crazy fight for UFC 320. Crazy fight for UFC 320. And you can back that up with like I don't know who we put in that co-main event. But man, guys, the next time I make a video might be when the fight's over. So right now, I'm a pretty happy guy. But if I see Volkanovski get laid out cold, don't expect the same energy from me. UFC 314 live on pay per view. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye bye.